Hi, my name is Scott Badger, and I will be your instructor for this webinar. We're going to be talking about how to manage your breakout rooms within your Zoom meeting. Okay? So today, in this webinar, we're going to be creating breakout rooms while we're in the Zoom meeting on the fly. Right? You do have the ability to preload breakout rooms before you start the meeting. Okay? If you have any questions about that, uh, please contact the help desk at 401-456-8803, or you can email them at the helpdesk@ric.edu, and they will put a service ticket in and assign it to the instruction technology team, and Mike Rato, Jack Mello, or myself, Scott Badger, will be assigned to it, and then we can help you set up those pre-loaded breakout rooms. All right, so let's talk about breakout rooms, managing your breakout rooms while you're in your actual Zoom meeting. So as a host, I'm at the bottom here. I can come down to breakout rooms, right? So I click on the breakout rooms. When you open the breakout rooms, this is where you can create how many rooms. So, if you wanted 3 or 4 or 5, I can just enter that number in here. So let's say I wanted 2 breakout rooms, right? All my participants have already been joined the meeting, so they're in the main area room here with all of us, right? And now so once I enter in the number of breakout rooms, then I decide how are the participants going to be joining this room. I can do it assign automatic. So if I do it that way and hit create, then Zoom will automatically divvy up the participants into a breakout room evenly. The host and co-hosts are not placed into a breakout room. They can join anyone they want. You can sign manually, meaning, I have so many breakout rooms, but I want to manually place the students into those rooms before I open up the breakout rooms. You can do that way. You also have the ability to let participants choose your room. So let's say you had so many rooms and you said to the students, okay, join a breakout room. So they can go ahead and join a breakout room. Okay? I'm going to be talking in a few minutes about the issue with Chromebooks when you have this option turned on. Okay? All right, so let's say I decide I have 2 rooms. I'm going to let my participants choose the room. So I hit create. I'm here right now. The student can't get into the room yet. Okay. I have to click on open the rooms, right? But before I do that, I can go to options. So you can see the other options here. I can allow participants to choose a room, allow participants to return to the main session at any time. So if they go into a room, if you wanted them to be able to get out into the main room, you can turn this, you can have that turned on, which is the default setting. Okay. And you have some other options here. Okay. Breakout rooms will automatically close. Okay. When the breakout rooms do close, or when you close, if either they're gonna be closed automatically or when you close them manually, you can have a countdown timer. So by default, it has 60 seconds. So you can change the breakout room options here. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just click on open rooms. And what happens now is the students now start to join the room. So now I'm going to go over into my Mac, and I'm just going to click on breakout rooms, and I'm going to, where it says room 1, it has a little 0 to the right. I'm just click on join and join. So now the first participant who was on a Mac has joined the room 1. Right? If I'm on so let's say I'm on an Android device or an iOS device, I can join the room. And I'm going to share out my screen so you can see. So this is what they're seeing. So I'm on my Android, and I'm going to go to Breakout, and let's say I want to go to room 2, join. All right, so now I'm going into that breakout room. So now my participant on my Android is in my in the room breakout room 2. Chromebook. Notice I have one more participant. Now he hasn't joined a room. And the reason being is, unfortunately, on a Chromebook, what they're going to get is they're going to get a message. At the top, it says, the host has open breakout rooms. Please wait to be assigned. Unfortunately, if you're on a Chromebook, they cannot join a room. They have to, the host has to actually add them. All right. So I can come over here and say, okay, Scott Chromebook hasn't joined yet. So I'm going to say assign to, and I'm going to send that person over to room 2. So now on the Chromebook, it says host is inviting you to join breakout room number 2. So I'm going to say join. All right, so notice that the Scott Chromebook is now in room 2. So all my participants are in their breakout rooms, which they've selected, except for the Chromebook, right? Now I'm the host. Now host and co-hosts can join any breakout room, right? So let's say I want to go into the first breakout room and see how they're doing, right? So I'm going to click on join, and I say yes. Now I'm being placed into that breakout room. I'm in that breakout room. Hey, how you doing? See how you're doing, okay? And so you're just checking up on the students, see if they have any questions or whatever. Now what I want to do is I want to go to the next breakout room. Okay? I don't have to click on leave room and go to the main room and go to breakout rooms. I can, at the bottom here, I can click on breakout rooms and I can join a different one. So let's say I want to join number 2. So I click on join. Yes. Now I'm being placed into the breakout room number 2. So I'm in there. I'm checking on the students, see how they're doing. Okay. All right. So if I go back to the breakout rooms, notice what happened. It put room 2 at the top. So even though if I had, like, say I had 10 rooms and I numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when I join a room, when I go back to this menu, it places the room that I'm currently in at the top. Okay? When I'm doing it from jumping from one room to another. All right. So if I wanted to go back into room 1, I can join. Great. So now I'm joining breakout room number 1. When I just now, if I don't want to go to any more breakout rooms, I want to go back to the main room of my Zoom meeting. That's when I click on leave room, leave breakout room. Make sure you click on leave breakout room and not leave meeting or leave meeting for all, because then if you say leave meeting for all, everyone gets out of this whole entire meeting, and that would be a bad thing. All you want to do is get out of the breakout room. So I click on leave breakout room. So now I'm going back into the main session. If I go back to breakout rooms here at the main session, the rooms are back in the right order: room 1, room 2, room 3, room 4, and so forth, right? Now, all my participants are in their breakout rooms. Now I want to send them a broadcast message saying, hey, wrap things up. You have about 5 more minutes, and then we're all going to come back to the main session and discuss what we're talking about in our breakout rooms. So how do I send them a broadcast message? I click on broadcast message to all. This is where I would type in my message. Okay, so I type in my message, and then I broadcast that message. Okay. And what would they see on every single device? Chromebook, Android, iOS, Mac, PC. It would say they would see that message at the top. It would say has the message says from Scott Badger and whatever the message was. Okay. When I want to close out the room, I just click on close out all the rooms, okay, and then they all start coming back. Right. So they all return to the main session. And then I can close this out and then have my discussion. If you have any questions about managing your breakout rooms while you're in a Zoom meeting, please contact the help desk either at 401-456-8803, or you can email them at the helpdesk@ric.edu. And then they will put a service ticket in, assign it to the instructor technology team, where Mike Rato, Jack Mello, and myself, Scott Badger, are on that team. And one of us will be assigned to your service ticket, and then we'll contact you.